Peace and salutations. You are now in tune on the One, the Force itself. At this time we call it the Master Blaster Jamming. If you can recall my first video in this series, Word is Bond, Mildred Muhammad, ex-wife of John Allen Muhammad, made fun of John Allen Muhammad representing himself on the Tom Joyner show here recently in the year 2009, a few months ago, maybe a few weeks ago. But here is a transcript from that opening statement by John Allen Muhammad, and we'll let you judge for yourself. Is this an insane man or is this a crazy man, according to his ex-wife Mildred Muhammad. Washington Post, Tuesday, October 21, 2003, 12 a.m. The following is a transcript of the opening statement by John Allen Muhammad at his trial on October 20th. This is from a preliminary transcript of court proceedings compiled by court reporters Ronald Graham and Associates. Mr. Muhammad: good morning. I would like to thank the judge for giving me the opportunity to speak. I want to talk to you briefly, excuse me, on some things that they talked about. One of the things that we are here for today and the next couple of days is to find out what everyone wants to know, is what happened. Something happened. We have his side and we have my side. If both of us one picture and come up with two different stories, something is wrong. Somebody is not telling the truth. Somebody is lying. I got sworn in. I'm sure they got sworn in. And everyone that gets up on the stand gets sworn in. We're all going to get sworn in. We're going to ask to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. One of the things I like, note here that there are slashes, so they didn't record the whole thing. Sorry, I didn't. I recorded everything else but this part, but you can't get a total understanding because, as we know, the government never tells things the way it is, but you get a clear understanding here. I like reading, continuing in Muhammad's. I like reading and learn about words, Muhammad said. One of the things I was fascinated in coming into this strange world to me is three truths: the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I always thought it was just the truth. Apparently I was wrong. So I did some checking to find out what is it about these three truths. Same thing, but yet they are different. Well, the whole truth, what is the whole truth? The whole truth, what I found out when I asked that is, don't take anything away from the truth, which means when we take something away from it, it's not a whole anymore. If we do that, that's a lie. If we do that, we are deceiving. What's nothing but the truth? Well, that means you don't add nothing to the truth. If we do that, we're deceiving. We are telling a lie. So this is why it's important that we tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. But how do we jump from the truth to the whole truth to nothing but the truth when at one time all we had was the truth? Jesus said, you shall know the truth. He didn't say, you shall know the whole truth and nothing but the truth. The truth. For what happened between that time and this time to where we got to deal with three truths. He asked what happened between that time and this time that we got to deal with three truths now. Well, I found out as man evolved with wisdom and understanding, we also evolved with deceitfulness in our lives. It seems we found out how to tell the truth with a lie. And upon upholding the standard of telling the truth, you could be prosecuted for lying. He was still telling the truth. So what he did, as we evolved in understanding things, the scientists or the wise people at that time realized this person's lying, yet they're telling the truth. Now, how can that be so? Well, let me give you an example. It's kind of like this. If I say I don't like basketball, that's my opinion. I don't like basketball. But if someone else come along and say I like basketball, then in actuality what he just said is what I said, but it's not the whole truth of what I said. He left something out. Therefore, it cannot be considered the truth. It's a lie. So we continue to tell these stories and continue to tell these stories to where we have to come up with the three truths, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And now that's where we are right now, which means if a person gets up on that stand and don't respect all three truths, then they can be prosecuted for telling a lie. And upon the law, they can get up on the stand and lie and still tell the truth and not be prosecuted. You are now in tune on the one, the force itself. At this time we call it the Master Blaster Jamming. We're going to let you digest that part of John Muhammad's opening statement. We're going to come back and we're going to wrap this thing up with number 7 in this series and let it rest for a couple of days until the execution, or until if anything happened before the execution. I'll come back with some more on John Muhammad. We're going to let this part rest right now. We're going to come back and finish it up after this video. You're now in tune on the one, the force itself. At this time we call it the Master Blaster Jamming, and we hope we're clearing this up for some people out there who are interested in Brother John Adam Muhammad's fate. I am opposed to the death penalty. Peace.